Okay, halfkorean.com. So basically, started in 1997. You know, just at that time, at the stage of the internet, at that time, people were just kind of exploring. So that's kind of what I was doing. You know, looking at things I was interested in, and obviously being half Korean, mixed Korean, that was an interest in me, myself, and just trying to connect with other people like myself. So that's where it grew from that. Basically, started with just pictures I accumulated or people who had submitted their pictures. Basically a glorified photo gallery, and then I think it was, oh geez, I can't remember now, 2000, 2001 is when I actually created the domain name, tried to start making it a little more like content heavy, you know, with interviews. That's what I started with. Just grew from there. Basically, my whole thing is just networking, connecting people of, you know, our similar background. You know, that's pretty much the whole key to, and you know, doing these meets, getting people together and just having fun, you know, and exploring and celebrating our heritage. You know, as you know, everyone knows, I mean, there's a wide variety of us. I think the one thing that brings the majority of us, as far as experience-wise, you know, just being, you know, kind of feeling like, you know, where do you fit in, like with the whole grand scheme of the world, you know, like, I mean, you're kind of part of this, you're kind of part of that, or, you know, whatever, and sometimes you don't really fit in with the Koreans, or you don't really fit in with the, you know, full, quote-unquote full, whatever your other ethnicity is. So, you know, I mean, some people say it's been tough, some people, you know, it didn't really bother them, but I mean, everyone kind of goes through that experience where, you know, you know, where exactly do I fit in, you know, with, you know, ethnicity-wise and everything, you know, and you always have the box where you got to check in, you know, back in the day, you know, you got to pick one, right, you know, which one do I pick, you know, so I think, you know, that's usually like a common theme for all of us, you know, that we all share. I think, you know, people just come out. I think, to me, what I see is people just are interested in meeting others. Again, I mean, there's people that grew up with like a whole bunch of mixed people, you know, mixed Koreans or mixed people in general. Some people, when they come out, they're like, hey, where were all you guys, you know, like, you know, they've never met anybody else like them, you know. So I think that's it, you know, people were just interested, you know, curious. You know, and it's a good thing is, over the years, we've had, you know, a good core. Since we resumed the meets in 2009 here in LA, you know, we've had, you know, pretty good core of people who've continued to come back. And we have some people who want to come once and then maybe come back a couple years later. You know, it's just hard with scheduling wise, you know, for people to come out every year. But yeah, I feel like everyone enjoys their time, you know, that when they come out and, you know, have a good experience at least. Thinking back, I mean, I wish I spoke Korean fluently. I think that would have helped a lot. You know, I've always just known like this and that a little bit. I learned how to read and write in college, like early college years. You know, on my own actually. I just taught myself. Just got a book, started, you know, teaching myself, right? You know, I'd say that'd be one thing, because I mean, you know, being a kid, you know, and growing up with a Korean mom, you know, and just, you know, she didn't really enforce the language on us, so, you know, I wasn't fluent. But I wish, thinking back, that, you know, that might have helped. Positive. Oh God, I mean, just to say the Korean side, I mean, I love everything Korean, you know, like Korean culture, Korean food. You know, it's nothing I don't like about, you know, Korea and Koreans, you know, and you know, and I'm always so proud hearing about it, whether it's a half Korean, full Korean, whatever Korean, you know, like hear them in the news, you know, doing something great, you know, I think it's awesome. Day to day, I mean, there's not a lot, because you know, outside of my mom, you know, who lives nearby me, you know, I don't really do too much Korean wise, but food wise, of course, you know, I'm like always craving Korean food, like, you know, wherever we're at, you know, it's like, you know, we gotta try to find a Korean restaurant, you know, whether we be in Hawaii or, you know, or Texas or wherever, you know, just you're always thinking about Korean food, you know. Culture wise, I mean, you know, and passing it on to children, yeah, I mean, my kids are a quarter Korean. They're actually 3/4 Asian, so they look more Asian than me. Obviously, nobody thinks I'm anything Asian. I'm always mistaken for Hispanic or Latino usually. but yeah, I mean, my kids. The funny thing is, my daughter is always like, because I wear these shirts and everything, talk about half Korean, talk about this and that. She's always like, oh yeah, I'm half Korean too, right, Daddy? I'm like, you're a Porter. Yeah. Then she gets like upset with me, but she'll understand later on. But no, but they're always around it, and they always see like what I'm doing, and I think they're proud of who they are, and I try to enforce that that they know that, hey, you're this, you're that, be proud of who you are. We did the first birthday, they got the handbooks and everything, and did big reception type deal. We did that for both of our children, so yeah, we did that. We get together with, my mom and my harmony live close by, so we get together on like holidays and stuff, like Korean holidays as well, and eat. Keep it pretty simple, but yeah, we try to, whatever we can, we try to implement. I always do interviews, and it's hard. The people that answer it, they're always like, it's hard to answer this one. So now you're putting me on the spot. Oh man. I don't think there's anything I don't like, but I guess really like, if you're out like, having a little bit of mekju, soju, some samgyeopsal is good, and something like that. I think because it's a good social thing where everyone's eating, drinking, yeah, I mean, I like it all. It's just hard to choose one.